This is the trading review for Wednesday, the 15th of 2023. I was looking mainly at Apple and UAL and Tesla, but had two secondary stocks, AMD and Apple. I was looking for a breakout on UAL, but the price action was very touch and go, a lot of weeks, and that was true for the entire market. And around 9:43, we to test the S4 levels. We sold off a bit with volume, and then we sold off to the downside again. And here, I was thinking about making an entry, but because the 5 minute was ugly, I wasn't sure what was gonna happen. But I should have had more conviction and just make the entry on this strong rejection. And you can see we drop a lot. And I also thought about getting in here with a stop loss of this week. We had an isolated pivot and following the pullback, and immediately we had a nice drop. So I immediately saw the tape light up red, and I knew we were heading down, and this was the last opportunity to get in, but it would have gone late even though it was a nice volume and a nice level to short from. um, but not very strong signals in the market today. Tesla opened below S3, tried to regain it, fell, bounced between S4 and S3. So that it offered not really a good opportunity. So that's when I switched to my secondary list. Apple, AMD was in the gray area, so it wasn't tradable. And Apple was fighting S4, and you can see the amount of weeks here. Maybe it was a tell sign to stay away from it. But we had a nice drop, and it seemed like it wanted to start trading nicer. We had a doji here. We dropped below this S4 level, and then the 1 minute started to behave nicely. It was a very nice setup. We The first nice candle formation we had was here, and but I hesitated a little bit, but I could have gone in here and placed my stop loss at 151.05, and a very nice entry, but I missed it. But either way, the Apple had the pivots with a pre-market data, so this entry was used as well. And I made my entry here with a stop loss of 15 cents, and it was going well. But then we got volume all of a sudden, and the ask I just got run through the top side. So I got stopped out with a bit of a slippage, just 0.1. And then the stock started to reject S4 again. So I saw this rejection and I made the decision to make an entry. But with the price action so erratic, like as soon as I made my entry here, the price dropped to 150.48. And that was almost 2 hour. So it is very volatile, and I should have gotten out at break even because I didn't like this price action. And then once again, it just pulled back to stop cloud and then bounce to the downside again. So it was very weird price action. Uh, but I didn't trade with fear. I traded with the desire to take trades, and I think the first one was excellent. The second one was done with a little bit of fear. You can see that the the 5 minute coincided with the 1 minute. So I think this execution was well. We got minus 1.1 because of the slippage. And this one was not executed correctly. I should have been a bit more patient and recognize that this trade was in the middle of an unknown area. And when you do that, you are gambling. So had I waited for this confirmation and the breakdown of 150.70, I could have made my entry again with a stop loss of the moving average, and then it will have worked. But the reason I was vulnerable to these pullbacks is because I didn't make my entry at the right time. So all of this is to get rid of weak hands, and we had just a beautiful run to below 150, and then it just bounced back with strength. It's not a good day, but I managed to not trade more than I should have. I did try to take a stab on Tesla for practice, and it worked out for 2 hours. But very hard day, very difficult day. Had I waited for the most optimal solution, most optimal trade, I would have been able to take a trade at 12.05. You can see here we had a very well defined range, 180 stop loss with an entry at the drop of 179.90. So it's just a matter of patience and waiting for the right opportunity and the break of the 5 minute, pretty much. This will have been the trade on Tesla for a $3 move, $3.50 move. So I shouldn't force it. I need to work a little better on that. Did I break rules? No. And I think today, I think I was patient, even though not enough. Um, to I was able to control emotions, even though I had a loss. Stop when loss, and the last one will be ignoring stop loss. So I think it was good. Did I take all good quality setups? I will say no. So today was not like yesterday, and the reason for that is because had I just taken this trade, I would have put it green. But I took the second trade, which wasn't really the best one. So you need to work on that patience. But the good thing is that this week I'm focusing on what needs to be focused on, and it's gonna be a struggle. But I'm not trying to make a large amount of money at the moment. All I'm trying to do is try and perform well. So sometimes you just get unlucky, like with my first trade, but it's part of trading. So that's it for the trading review today. Tomorrow I'm gonna try and perform better, be a bit more patient, and continue to increase the quality of the setups, and not to feel pressure into taking anything, which what happened on the second one. Even though I felt well after accepting the loss, I felt that I could take it back, but I just got wicked again. And I was able to take this Tesla trade for practice, but it's just practice, um, just to kill time. So that's it for today.